Let's make lemon blueberry focaccia. I think it'll be good. I don't know. We'll find out together. I started with 450 grams of warm water, and to that I added 150 grams of active starter. And then I added about 16 grams of honey and 25 grams of olive oil and gave it a good mix. Or whisk, whatever, it's fine. After that, I added in 550 grams of flour and right at about 13 grams of salt. I mixed that together very well to make sure everything was nice and incorporated. And then it was time to rest for a little bit. The little bit ended up being about 2 hours, just enough time for me to get my kiddos in bed and me ready for bed. It smelled amazing. Like, honestly, focaccia dough smells fantastic. So I wanted to make it lemon blueberry. So of course I had to put in the zest of about half of a lemon. And then I went ahead and incorporated that with a series of stretch and folds. That was about, I want to say 3-ish minutes of stretch and folds. And then I let it rest for another hour or so. And then I decided to do another set of stretch and folds because I really wanted to make sure that I built enough gluten, because the last time I made it, it did not go super well and I had soup. And I did not want soup with this particular loaf. The next morning, I started by buttering my pan. I did butter instead of oil since it was a more sweet loaf. And my dough was looking proofed. I was a little nervous, but it had a good jiggle. So I was hopeful. I did try to move it away from the sides before picking it up. I was told that I should try to coil it out, and I was really worried it wouldn't, but it did mostly. Okay, so maybe not quite as gluten-y as it could have been, but much, much better than the soup it was last time. So I will take it. At that point, I covered it and let it rest on my stove while I did a whole bunch of other things for a couple of hours because it needed to double in size. It was looking nice and bubbly, so that was good. I was very pleased. After a couple of hours, we had doubled in size, and it was time to incorporate more lemony goodness as well as some blueberries. For the lemon, I put in a stick of melted butter, about 1/3 cup of sugar, the rest of my lemon zest, and then the juice from the lemon as well to give it a good lemony taste. I mixed that up and then set it to the side so that I could focus on making sure I had plenty of blueberries on there after giving it a good mix to blend everything together and melt some of that sugar in the hot butter. Once I had placed my blueberries, I poured that all on top and then went ahead and went to dimpling. It was very satisfying, in case you were wondering. After that, I covered it in the oven, and it went in at 425 for about 15-20 minutes. I removed the foil, and it went in for another 20 minutes, and I made my icing, which was a cup of powdered sugar, about a tablespoon of milk, some lemon juice, and some vanilla. And beautiful. 10 out of 10, delicious. When the focaccia was ready to come out of the oven, I was so excited because it looked so good and delicious. It came out of the pan so easily this time, which is the first time that happened. So I was absolutely ecstatic with how this turned out. I gotta try this.